and we can never come back to earth. Are you living your life or just waiting to die? They're bright, they're bright, they're bright. The brightest things fade the fastest. Oh, my life, they're bright, they're bright. The brightest things fade the fastest. The brightest things fade the fastest. This song reminds me of the final scene from the movie Step Up 4. It used to be one of my favorite movies. This guy has a dance crew, a hip-hop dance crew, that no longer believe in themselves, that no longer believes in him. And they had to go against all odds to make it in a dance battle competition. They've had to deal with homelessness, being broke, thinking that they don't have a future, heartbreak, losing. But in the end, they won. This song was playing after they won, and the guy said something that I liked. He's like, I even watched this movie in like 8 years. He's like I said, the life of a dancer is not easy, but sometimes everything just lines up. For that one perfect moment, everything feels good. Sometimes I feel like we are fighting just for that one final moment where there's no problem, no anxiety, fear. You're not overthinking, you're not worried, you're just happy. These moments are very rare in life. We often find ourselves stressing, worried, wanting, hoping. We often find ourselves fearing the worst, find ourselves feeling unsatisfied. What's really sad about life is that most people ain't happy. We do our best to get to experience this moment where everything seems perfect, but it's rare. It's very rare. That's one of the reasons why when people get to experience that, they cry. Like if you've been failing all your life and one day something unexpected happens, something very beautiful, something that you would have, like that you wanted to see happening in your life, it happens and you just feel like crying because it's something that you've been wanting. Life denies us of the best things that we can have. Denies us the highest level of joy, highest level of satisfaction, highest level of pleasure. It often uses what we don't want to threaten us, If you don't play the way that life wants you to play, it threatens you with the highest level of pain, highest level of loneliness, dissatisfaction, hopelessness. How many people are really living their life? Are you living your life or are you just waiting to die? Are you living your life because, or you just like, you know what, man, I'm here, you know, what can I do? I can't just leave. I'm here, you know. Let me do this. But you're not happy. Like a lot of things are not going well in your life. And even though you want to blame yourself, you know that you're not really the one to blame. It's just life being life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we blame ourselves for are things that we really didn't have control over. Life won't make what you need to experience very difficult for you to experience it. If you find yourself having to work super hard to get something, it probably was never yours. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to work hard to become happy. You don't have to work hard to attract the right people into your life. You don't have to work hard to find love. You don't have to work hard to find joy, to be satisfied. All of these things. You don't have to work hard. You only need to work hard for things that you want to work hard for. You know? You're like, you know what? I want to challenge myself. Because sometimes as humans, we want to challenge ourselves. But like, yeah, you know, this time around, I want to challenge myself. I want to see how far I can go. I remember when I was young, I would hold my breath and dip my head inside the pool. See how long I can actually hold my breath. It's a challenge that I chose for myself. It's a suffering that I chose. I'm like, yeah, I want to see if I can really hold my breath for that long, right? It's fun. But really, you're not supposed to hold your breath for 3 minutes just to get what you want. If you have to suffer, you must suffer because you want to challenge yourself. You're jogging, you're like, you know what, man? I want to run for like 20 kilos. And I want to run for 20 kilos in 2 hours. I want to run for 20 kilometers in 2 hours. You do that. You're challenging yourself. You know that you're already healthy. You don't necessarily need to run for that long to be healthy. You see? That's why I actually encourage people to work out. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym in order to be healthy, to feel good. Unless you're trying to be a bodybuilder, that's understandable. But if really you just want to be healthy, you don't need to work out hard, you know. Keep it simple. Be consistent. Keep it simple. You can go to the gym once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. It's fine. You can go every day. It's fine, depending on your schedule. It's fine. It's beautiful. But this life wants us to fly, for us to experience some level of joy, not even the highest level of joy, like minimum level of joy. Like we have to fly. We have to do the impossible to get the little things, the little good things that life has to offer. We have to fly. We have to slave away. We have to work shitty jobs. We have to be perfect, right? You have to be perfect. No mistakes. I find it lame that I still have a criminal record. I did something in 2013. Cancelling a criminal record in South Africa is like, dude, it's hard. It's a process. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a case that I only had to pay how much for? 300 rand. You know how much 300 rand is in dollars? We're talking $20 or less. We're talking $20 or less. So for a crime that I had to pay $20 or less, I have a criminal record, and that means that I can't get a job. I even failed to get a job. After passing the interview and everything, now I'm supposed to get a job and I don't get it. I'm like, you have a criminal record? I'm like, what criminal record? I remember I was laughing when they said I have a criminal record. Then they told me, no, it's common assault case. It's like I was like 19 or 20 at the time and it was a fight. You know, and they didn't even tell me that I'm going to have a criminal record. But you're like, dude, how can I be punished like that for a mistake that a human being can make. We are humans. We can fight sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So now you're saying I cannot get a job for 10 years. I was born in poverty. I don't have much in life. And you're saying I can't even get a job. You're like, nah, man, this is a scam. It's not. Are you living your life or are you just waiting to die? Why is life hard for many of us? Right? Because this is a difficult experience. When you think about it, it's actually a difficult experience. You know, people just keep on going, man. Like if you can get people to confide in you, tell you how they really feel, you'll be surprised. Many people have felt like giving up at some point, but it just kept on going, you know? Like, what do you do, man? We don't even understand what this is. It's sad, bro. Life is actually sad. Most of us ain't happy, man. There are very few people who get to experience life the way that they want to experience life, you know? Like, a lot of good things happen to them. They don't have to do much. Good things come to them, right? You have to work like crazy to experience like minimum amount of joy. We're not talking about the highest amount. We're talking about minimum amount of joy. You have to literally fly, bro. And there are people who don't have to do much and things just happen in their favor. And they want to be motivational speakers. They want to tell you it's possible. Yeah, it is possible. You can make it too. But you probably have to fly. Some of us just don't see our blessings, you know. I can look at myself. I'm not doing super bad. You know what I'm saying? I do have some things going for me. I can look at myself and be like, yeah, man, I've worked hard and all, and I have. But the truth is, man, everything that we can get has a lot to do with luck because everyone is trying. You get what I'm saying? Everyone is trying to be happy. Everyone. Some people are just too broken to try. They failed too many times. This reminds me of this video. I like how, like, when I'm making a video, I don't know what I'll use as an example, what kind of examples I'm going to come up with. Like, it just comes into my head as I'm talking. I actually like that about how my mind works, because I'll come up with the best example. So, yeah, there's this video on TikTok. It's about a rat. So they put a rat it's inside like a box, and then they put electric fence around it, around the box. So whenever the rat tries to escape, it'll actually get an electric shock, right? And it'll get to a point where it'll be like, it got to a point where, because they were just trying to perform an experiment. So they actually removed the fence after, but the rat stopped trying to get out. The rat stopped trying to escape. The reason why the rat stopped trying to escape is because it was demoralized. Another experience similar to this, there is an experiment that they've done with flies. So they put flies inside a bottle, and then they seal the bottle, so the flies can't come out. Then they remove the bottle cap. The flies, because they're used to the fact that they can't go out, so they remain inside the bottle. They can't fly higher than, they're used to flying, because they can't get out. So that's what life has done to some of us. Life has put us in situations where you're just like, you know what, man, I can never get this. I can never have this. I don't deserve this. Like, life had trained me to think that I don't even deserve some things. And we might blame people for being demoralized, for lacking motivation, for not trying, for being lazy. You don't know how hard they tried in the beginning. You don't know You don't know what they've been through in the beginning, you know. Sometimes it ain't even about strength. You know, I was having a conversation with someone about being strong. I was like, no one is strong. I was like, what do you mean? Some people are stronger than others. I was like, no, you don't get it. I'm going to show you that no one is actually strong. Listen. If life treats me well, it will look like I'm strong to other people. You know, I'm not stressing, I'm not anxious, I'm not living in fear. You know what I'm saying? If life is treating me well, I have nothing to fear. This reminds me of a scene from the first Avatar movie. That was the only Avatar movie that was good. So there was this bird that the main character had to, you know, if you've watched the movie Avatar, you had to create a bond with these birds that would be flying, and you can climb these birds and they can do whatever you want. But some of them were very aggressive, so it was believed that it was impossible to get some of these birds to be on your side. But this guy was like, you know what, man, I need the baddest bird. The baddest bird ever. The bird that they say I can't get. That's the bird that I want. And it was like, I'm going to use this method because I know that this bird has no natural predator. It's not afraid of anything. So it doesn't even look up. So I'm going to climb a bird that anyone can climb. And then when I'm on top of that bird, I will jump on top. You know what I'm saying? On top of the bird that they say that I can't bond with. And he was able to successfully bond with them. You know what I'm saying? So your confidence sometimes comes from your experiences. You know, if you're experiencing BS all the time, it gets to a point where you believe that you're gonna lose, right? If you can't get what you want every time when you try to get what you want, you don't get it. It gets to a point where you think you think you're gonna lose, and you're not wrong to think that. It's actually logical for you to think that. It's actually good that you think that, because you don't want to find yourself losing completely, right? Losing everything. It's like if you're gambling and you keep on losing, you're like, maybe it's not my day. Some people have been through so much that you can't even convince them that they deserve a good life. They're so used to their lives, yeah, man, it's garbage. I could never have this, I could never have that, I could never find happiness. And you know, the sad part is most of us never get to experience happiness in our lives. It's like we were just meant to suffer. You know, look at that donkey. It can never be treated the same way a dog is treated. And it's used to it. It's comfortable now. It's like, this is my life. Whether it likes it or not, it's just be like, yeah, this is my life. You know, this is what I'm used to. This is what's true. Not every person gets to experience the best moments of their lives. Or the best moments in life. Maybe our best moments in life are some of the worst moments for others. You know, you never truly get to experience the best moments in life. Your best moments are not considered good moments by others. Sad, man. If you want to approach life with understanding, with compassion, put yourself in other people's shoes, try to understand yourself, you realize how sad life is. It's actually sad. It's only a few people who get to live their best lives, man. Who get to travel. Who get to have things that they want when they want these things. Live in a house with a pool, jacuzzi, drive the nicest car, eat the best food, not have to worry that much about money. You know, the life that we all want. Yeah, if you can get used to anything, that is the truth. You know that that's human nature. If you don't believe that, what was your favorite video game when you were young? Your friend maybe had that video game, and you're like, yo, if I had this video game, bro, I'll be the happiest kid in the world. Your parents bought you the video game, and then after a few weeks, you used to it. It's like you've never even loved it. People get used to their lives, that's true, but at least they will have lived the lives that we will have all wanted to live, right? Because in the end, man, what is the point of those if all you're experiencing is misery? Well, some people are cruising, you're swimming, and you're tired. Sometimes you get hit by waves. You start to drown a little. You find your way back up. It's sad. We don't have this kind of conversations about life, bro. We just want to judge people when they make mistakes. Sometimes people make mistakes because of pain. They're suffering. They're in pain. They're not happy. Life is too meaningless for them and they don't know what to do. You know, we haven't made things easy for people in this realm. Capitalism. You can be born in a very poor family. You can be born in a very rich family. You're automatically a king if you're born in a rich family, and chances are life is going to treat you well and you probably be mean. I've always found it odd how mean people who are successful are in this realm. Like, people who are treated well in this realm are mean. It's weird, bro. Like, they're not mean. Because sometimes people can be mean because of pain. You find that the person was really a nice person, but they've experienced a lot. That they're not even mean because they want to hurt others. They're mean because they're trying to protect themselves. You know? Like, they don't even want to have friends, have people in their lives, because they've experienced a lot. They've suffered a lot in the hands of other people. They've suffered a lot at the hands of other people. So they're like, it's sad. But a lot of people are being treated very well by life. I'm talking about people who get what they want when they want it without having to do anything. Like, things come to them. What they want comes to them. Most of the people, they are too mean that it's like it'll make you ask yourself a lot of questions. I've realized this a lot with our celebrities, you know, celebrities from my tribe. You pay attention to the things they say, you're like, damn. I remember there's this lady, the celebrity from my tribe. She just bought like BMX, which maybe X5. I'm not even sure. She's doing well financially. She had many cars. So someone, I think in one of the earlier posts, she said, if you ever need help, like let's say you're going to an interview and you need help financially, text me and provide proof that you're going to an interview. I will help if I can. So someone texted her. This lady was very humble. That's what kind of like messed with me, right? So this lady greets her, and she's humble. You know what I'm saying? She's humble. She's polite. She tells her a story like, yo, I have this problem and I have a job interview. She's asking for 70-something rand. 70-something rand is like, she's asking for like $3, right? And let me tell you the truth. There are people in South Africa who don't even get to have that in a month. Like the whole month, they don't get to have $3. You know, like I mean, yes, they got food, they do eat, but I mean to have like $3 to do what they want. Maybe the money that they get is just for food, not even enough food, just for them to survive and not die. But they can't even have that extra $70, right? $3, really. I don't know if you say $70, $3. So yeah, this lady asked for money, and then the lady was like, yo, don't you have relatives? Huh? Don't you have relatives? And she's like, I think she said something like, oh, no, it's fine. I was just asking for help. And then, man, it's just, I don't remember exactly what she said, but that was horrible. Let me read. I think I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it on Facebook. Like, it was mean, bro. Like, that was like, it was so mean that you're like, damn, man, is this really how we should be as people? Oh, so here's what she's saying. She said, hey, my sister, I'm sorry to text your business number, but I'm desperately in need of help. 64 rand to Randburg from Protea Lane. I have an interview tomorrow. I don't have money for taxi. I've tried, but no one is willing to help. My apologies again to intrude. And then the lady was like, you don't have relatives. And she said, because me, I'm not your relative, hey. Like, in a way that's disrespectful. It's just that I can't say it. Like, in my language, the way she says is very disrespectful. And she said, the lady said, okay, my sister, I'm sorry. I'm not a man, I'm a woman. Again, my apologies. And then the lady was like, Areza Nislavi. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't care, I don't want, like, you know. But that's not the worst part. It ended there. The conversation ended there, right? She got it. She just blue ticked her after she received the last text that, no, Arezi, I don't want to. Like, I don't care, I don't want to. Okay, fine. But here's what was crazy. She posted the screenshot saying something like, yeah, I'm not here to help people, blah, 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 blah. And then the whole Tsonga tribe went against her, like, yo, you're mean, like, you're successful and you have all these supporters who are supporting you, and this is how you're going to treat them. But that's how a lot of people who are very successful in this world are. Like, they can't relate with normal people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that people do struggle, like, for real. There are people who actually struggle. I remember I gave you this example with this lady who was the wife of this other pastor. A homeless guy asked for food. They had a lot of food in their takeaways. So this homeless guy enters and he asks for food. As the women who were giving people food wanted to give this guy food. And that lady saw him and she said, hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Get out. Pew. You know what I'm saying? Like, she acted in ways that made me go like, what? Like, that it can't be explained. Is she like me and you? I see, you know what I'm saying? It makes you ask a lot of questions. And it makes you understand that this realm, when it spoils us, when it treats us too well, it makes it hard for us to understand where other people are coming from, right? That's another thing that's bad. But yo, man, people are suffering. People are suffering and it's sad, you know, and it's not their fault. We should stop blaming people for suffering as if it's their fault. No one wants to suffer. Everyone wants to have a good life. Everyone wants things to work out for them, you know. There isn't a human being on this planet that wants to suffer. You know, not even a single human. The problem is that life is sad, you know. We can't do much to escape suffering. Like, it's sad. When you think deeply about it, it's really sad. The fact that there are people who are living in poverty and who don't know what to do. Children who grew up in poverty, they didn't have opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, yeah, everyone has opportunities. Not everyone has opportunities. Life, man, can deny you things that you are seeing. All right? Stop thinking that just because things are like we can see things in front of us, not like you are in prison, you can't get out and you have access to the world. It doesn't mean that when you're outside you have access to the world. No, that's not, it doesn't mean that at all. You could be in prison while you're outside. You find that you can't have access to the things that you would not want to be in prison. Like you don't have access to the things that you don't have access to when if you wouldn't have access to if you were in prison. So whether you are outside or in prison, you don't have access to these things. The only thing that you have access to is your freedom. You can roam around, but that's it. When it comes to things that you can obtain, you get nothing. So it doesn't matter whether you're in prison or you're out. I remember Chris Rock made me laugh. Chris Rock, old comics, like he used to kill it back then, bro. He's like, I remember, I just forgot the name of this show that he had. But he used to kill it. He was like, yo, man, he was talking about how hard it is to grow up in the project. And he was like, if you come from the old project, and New Jail ain't that bad. You get free food, you got shelter, Sometimes I'll ask myself, why don't homeless people just get themselves arrested? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, sometimes your life can suck so bad that you're like, being in prison ain't that bad. Like, you look at your life and like, it already sucks. So why should I be afraid to be in prison? Sometimes people find themselves in those kind of situations where things are so bad that when they think of prison, they don't even fear it. They're like, you know what? Either way, I'm screwed. Right? Either way, I'm screwed. People are not even willing to help in ways that are meaningful, in ways that are really helpful, in ways that are impactful. We just want to talk, pretend that we want to help, judge others. Billionaires giving money to charity just so that they won't pay taxes. And like, it's sad. We're not helping. It makes you wonder, what are we really? Why are we this cruel? Why are we this mean? Think of the worst human and realize that you could have been that person. Like, if you're good and you believe you're good, or it's believed that you're good, you're only good because of your circumstances, bro. I remember someone posted a photo on Facebook, someone sitting on a sofa thinking. They're sitting in on a nice sofa in a nice room. And then on the caption they wrote, when you finally get a taste of corruption, and you start to understand corruption, or when you finally get a taste of a good life and you start to understand corruption. That made me laugh. And I was like, yeah, man, we might complain about people who are corrupt, but they are us, we are them. Even the most horrible people, we are them, they are us. It depends on how life treated us. Maybe life treated me in a way that made me understand a lot of things, so because of that I developed compassion. But some people didn't experience life that way. Maybe they're too spoiled that they don't, like, they think that they are better than others, so they don't look at others and be like, yo, that's another human, that person is my equal. They look at others and be like, I'm above this person. A lot of people who have money, what I've realized about them, and this is something that has bothered me, they like to treat others as if they are below them. And what do I mean? They will send you, for example, to do something, and then they give you something, like something that you want, Like, let's just say, for example, you want alcohol and you don't have money to buy alcohol. They'll send you, be the one that they send. And you might say, yeah, of course, because they're buying. But I remember, like, there have been situations where I've helped people financially or bought people alcohol. I just go and buy them. Like, I don't prefer that to send people around, like, go and get ice, go and do that. Just, and people who don't have money are used to that, to being used by people with money. In South Africa, we call them ice boy. Like, don't be an ice boy. Don't be this guy who when people with money want something, you're the one who will go and buy because you don't have money. But when they send you, you can sense that they get an ego boost somehow, and they're used to that. It's like that's how it is. Like, people are mean, bro. These are things that we're afraid to be honest about for whatever reason. The truth is, a lot of people couldn't have done much to avoid their suffering. In fact, their attempt to avoid suffering will make their suffering worse. It will be more like if you were kidnapped and you were kidnapped by someone and they didn't want you to escape, and they told you the rules, like, yo man, don't ever try to escape. And you try to escape and they realize that you were trying to escape and they punish you more. It's kind of like that. It's like some people are just supposed to suffer. Like, they're not supposed to win. They're not supposed to be happy. It's sad, man. And it sucks because in the beginning, when you're suffering, you will convince yourself that there is such thing as cosmic justice. I remember someone said something that made me laugh on TikTok, but it's painful, right? But it's funny and painful at the same time. So this kid says, can you imagine if you get bullied by someone? You get bullied by someone and you lose your confidence. That person who bullies you, you get them arrested. Like, they bullied you in a way that, like, they committed crime when they were bullying you, but then it messes you up for life. So this person gets arrested, police take their mugshot, and then they become famous. And when they become famous, they become successful, become a model because of that, because they bullied you. They bullied you for not being good looking, and then they become famous for being good looking, right? So that made me laugh. It's like, if that really did happen, life does want to be mean sometimes. But yeah, man, there's no cosmic justice. Like, we want to feel like those who have wronged us are going to suffer in the end. Your high school bully is going to suffer in the end, and sometimes it does happen. Sometimes it does happen. I remember GSP, George St. Pierre, Canadian fighter. He was a champion in the UFC. He used to fight in the middleweight, one of the GOATs. He told this story, I think it was on the Joe Rogan podcast, about this guy who used to bully him. So he says this guy used to bully him, so because of him, he decided to train mixed martial arts and became a professional fighter. And one day, he met the guy in the street, and he remembered him. The guy needed his help. I think he did help him. I think he needed $1 or something. I don't even know Canadian currency. But yeah, He helped him, but he felt satisfied because he's like, yo, yeah, that's cosmic justice. But life isn't usually like that. It's rare, right? And also, man, even if stuff like that does happen, you realize that it's still a trap, because people don't know what they're doing. People can bully you, and you tell yourself, oh, this person is evil, this person is evil. Maybe they've not seen life from your perspective yet. Maybe life will show them the truth, and they will see how they've wronged you, and now they're better. There are people who used to be like bullies when we were young, but now they're better. It doesn't mean that if you've been a bully in the beginning, you will always be a bully. You can mature and understand how your actions affect others and decide to be a better person. That can happen, This world is mean, bro. And it has nothing to do with how you look at things, because that is what we like to tell ourselves. That, yeah, it has to do with your perspective, how you view the world. If you expect good things, like no, man, that's... Maybe some people are privileged enough to get good things from hoping for good things. Because here's the thing, if life is not treating you horribly and you're doing positive things and thinking good thoughts and all of that, yeah, it will be easy for you to get what you want. But what if life is treating you horribly? It won't matter whether you're wishing for good things, you're trying to manifest good things. It won't matter. You'll be trying all manifestation methods and be surprised that none of these methods are working. Why? Because, well, they don't work. It's either love loves you or it doesn't. So yes, if it loves you, manifestation methods will work because they bring out the best in you. You see, if you expect good things from the world, you're going to behave in a way that will make it easy for you to get these things, right? If you expect bad things from the world, you're going to act in ways that will make it easy for you to get bad things. But here's the thing, though. For some people, it doesn't even matter. Being positive takes a lot of energy, and even when they're positive, they still suffer. So it depends. If life loves you, then you can get good experiences. But these are things that we don't want to be honest enough about. And sometimes it doesn't really matter how hard you try. You can work harder than everyone else and still be unhappy. You can practice gratitude. Yeah, it's about gratitude. Or do all the internal work that can be done. What worked for Buddha doesn't mean it's what's going to work for you. We are experiencing life differently. So you can do all the internal work that you want to do and still be miserable. It said that it's the negative things that dominate this reality, not the positive things. We do what we do because of fear, not because of love. How many kids are encouraged to chase their dreams? If you have a dream and you tell your parents, be like, Stop playing. Do what we say you must do. You don't want to end up homeless. So now you are doing things because of fear, because you are afraid that you might end up homeless. You might end up in the street. That's life. You're not encouraged to chase happiness. In fact, you'll actually be blamed for chasing happiness. It's like what they're saying is that be miserable as long as you're doing what benefits the system. The system is going to give you some money and you're going to look like you are happy because you have some money. That is what we call success. If at some point life was meaningful, it has lost its meaning. Now most of us are just slaves and we can't live the lives that we want to live, lives that we can truly enjoy. We'll just force ourselves to enjoy, to kind of like enjoy the little things that we have. But we get bored. So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder where we are, or what really is the point, or if there is really a point. Every person that you see, when you look outside, when you go outside, when you watch the news, when you watch videos on TikTok, all these people have one thing in common. All these people want to be happy. All these people want to experience real happiness. All these people want to be satisfied. And it's not wrong to be able to experience happiness without even doing anything. One of the reasons why people get addicted to substances is because they want to experience joy without doing anything. And you might say, yeah, you must do something, you must work for it. Talk about dopamine. You're like, yeah, you gotta work, so that you will be rewarded. I think you gotta work because you wanna do what matters to you. Because if it's about happiness, what happens is that we end up doing things that are meaningless for happiness, right? The same way that people work jobs that mean nothing to them for money. We end up selling our souls because we want to experience happiness. But if we were happy by default, then we'll do things that are meaningful. We'll be like, okay, what kind of world do we really want? What kind of world really makes sense? This ain't about what makes us happy. So now we don't have conflict of interest. Now we have the same interest. I mean, what do I call it? Conflict of interest. We don't have value alignment problem. We have the same value because that's what we would want. If we are all happy, we would want to make the world a better place by default, right? Because we are not doing things that are making us happy as individuals. Now we're thinking about the collective. We're thinking about ourselves and the future. Because we're already happy. Can you imagine if people had access to the things that they want? That don't mean that they will only do things that are meaningful to them. People wouldn't be sitting in their offices and typing letters if that's not what they wanted. Some people do like typing letters. Beautiful. But not everyone wants that. People are just taking jobs that they can get. Be like, I just want money. So if it means that I'm gonna have to become a security guard to be able to earn something for my children, that's why I say having children when you're broke is actually a trap, it's a scam. But yeah, I'd be like, yeah, as long as I'm earning something, I can sell my soul. I can do something that I don't believe in. I mean, that happens a lot. People can be bought. If you have enough money, a cop that's sworn that they want to arrest criminals, if you have enough money in your criminal, you can buy them. You can actually get them to work for you. You can get them to be on your side. And when they're on your side, you're good. So people will sell their souls for money. People will sell their souls for happiness. They will do things that they know are wrong or they know are not the best things to do, but because they want happiness, they'll be like, yeah, as long as I'm happy, I'm gonna steal this car. I know that it's wrong, it's not my car. This person who owned this car probably worked hard to be able to afford this car, but because it's gonna make me happy, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal it. And if it means that I'll have to take them out to get it, then I will go that far. I won't think about how many people will be affected. I won't think about their children. I won't think about the people they are married to, the people that they work with. Okay, the SD card is full, which is weird. But that's okay. You know why? Because I got my phone. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. If a person decides to rob you because they believe that whatever they're gonna get is gonna make them happy, they ain't gonna be thinking about your parents, your children, your wives, husbands, whatever, girlfriends. The people who will be affected. If it means they must take you out to get what they want, they will take you out. We've seen that happen many times. These people go to jail. Free food, free shelter, free security. Okay, maybe not free security, but you get what I'm saying. So you understand that we've been selling our souls for happiness, because being unhappy doesn't feel good. Like, no one wants to be unhappy. Everyone wants to be happy. When you were a child, you'll cry if you're unhappy. Right? You cry because you want to be unhappy. You want to experience happiness. If your parents leave you alone, you'd cry. If you wake up and you find that you're alone, you'd cry. If they don't lift you up, you'd cry. You know what I'm saying? Because you want happiness. So we're in a trap. Because of that, we are having a very sad experience. And we're never going to change the world. It wasn't supposed to be changed. No one can change the world, bro. I don't care how charismatic you are. In fact, if you try for real to change the world, you probably lose your charisma. You probably go insane trying to change the world. People are programmed to be slaves and to do things that are gonna affect them in a negative way in the long run. So if you want to save them, if you want to save the world, what's gonna happen is that they will be against you, and that will surprise you. You'll be the only one who's willing to help, and everyone is against you, and it won't make any sense to you. You're like, but these are the people I'm trying to save. How are they against me? Why are they not listening? How are they not able to see that I'm right and I have their best interest at heart? You'll be shocked. But that's how it works. That's how it works in this place. And what will happen is you become desperate, you know? Because it won't make any sense to you why they behave the way that they behave. So you will become desperate and you lose your charisma. It'll get to a point where you curse at them sometimes. You speak to them angrily. Sometimes, you lose your charisma. The most charismatic people are people who don't speak the truth. Because here's the thing, man. When you're really speaking the truth, it takes a lot of energy because you know you're right. If I know that all I need to do is manipulate others, even when I fail, I won't be frustrated. Like, I'm lying. Of course, you mustn't listen. Of course, you mustn't be on my side because I'm lying, right? But if I'm telling the truth and you don't get it, it's going to affect me in a different way. And how are you not getting that I'm telling you the truth? Because I'm giving you the truth freely, right? I'm actually giving you the truth freely. But it's a sad world that we found ourselves in. We are psychologically wired to be slaves, to do things that are gonna lead to more suffering for ourselves and others. As long as we're doing that, we're doing exactly what this realm wanted in the first place. So it will reward us. But when we do the opposite of that, it will not reward us. It will actually punish us, and we will become frustrated. You will genuinely feel like the whole universe is against you. Because, well, it is. You are working against the natural order of things. You are working against the way the system, you are working against the system itself. You can't go to jail and try to change the way things work. Even if you want to introduce a system that is better, it doesn't mean that it's gonna work. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be allowed. Jail is supposed to be, this place where people are being treated badly. That's what it's supposed to be. So you go there with your morality, Everyone will be against you, but they'll think you're crazy. How can you think that you can change things? Things have always been that way. We all want to be happy, man. I wish happiness was easy to find. And yeah, people will come up with easy solutions like, hey, you find happiness within, blah, blah, blah. Nah. It's much more complicated than that. In fact, these are excuses that we come up with to make excuses for life. Like, yeah, it's your fault you're not happy because happiness is within. If you try to find happiness outside, you'll never find it. Like, no, yeah, you should be able to be happy if this was a good place. I mean, you're not experiencing what's happening within only. You're also experiencing what is happening outside. Right? It's not just about what is happening within, it's also about what is happening outside. Thank you all guys for watching this video until the end. Like the video, share the video, tell me what you think about this video in the comment. Subscribe to the channel. Let us keep on growing. Let's keep on evolving, reach high levels of awareness. Thank you all guys.